Hello there. We're back. Look at us. We didn't even leave. It feels like, at least. I don't know. We just did Agatha all along, and now we're back again. But we're back because there's a very important series that just dropped on Netflix, and we have to talk about it. I know we didn't talk about the first season, but we didn't really have watching now when the first season came out, so it's a good excuse. It's a good excuse. But we are here now, and we're going to talk about, obviously, Arcane season 2. The first 3 episodes just dropped.
Hooray! 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 Hooray!
And we have our usual little group, which includes Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Howdy.
Welcome. And we also have Ian. What's up, Ian?
How goes it, young friends? I was trying something new. It didn't work, okay?
Just work on it a little bit. Workshop it.
Workshop it.
And it's me, Lily K. Yo, sup?
How do you do, fellow kids?
What? I don't know.
The cool kid.
The cool kid, yes. Yeah, exactly. And we're back talking about Arcane season 2. And just like in the old days, which was like a week ago, I guess, we're gonna talk non-spoilery stuff first. So like these first 3 episodes, what did we think? Without spoilers, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Transition. I need to find something new, sound or something for the transition. It can be like for it was Agatha's thing.
Your finger blasting.
Yeah. Something, yeah. And we're gonna talk with Ian. Ian, what did you think without spoilers?
Let's freaking go! We're back with Arcane season 2. I've missed it so much. How long has it been? Is it 3 years? 3 years around about?
3 years, because it was 2021, I believe.
It's been too long. With these characters, I've missed them so much. Great first 3 episodes of the season, picking up where we left off. Some big things happened in these 3 episodes, and yeah, I really enjoyed them. Let's freaking go again.
Yeah, I really enjoyed them. I think picking up right after season 1 left off was a good choice. It makes everything feel just continuation. Animation was still beautiful, especially in certain scenes where they like mix it up a bit. And I like how they've answered some, like a few things, but there's so many more like mysteries to explore, and that's what I'm like also really curious about. So yeah, overall really enjoyed it.
Yeah, same. To be honest, like I sat down, I watched it in one go, all 3 episodes, and it was fucking great. Like, it was, the animation is the best we can get, basically. I mean, it's the most expensive animated series ever, as it turns out. Both seasons, by the way. So that was a big news about it, and I'm not even surprised. Like, the amount of work that goes into this series is insane.
It's all hand drawn, right?
It is, yeah.
Freaking hell. How?
Yeah.
Just how?
But how? Tell me how!
People are mental. I guess some artists would just go hard. I'm not saying I could ever do this. I could not. Like, it's beyond me how people have the patience, the time, everything. I mean, it's their main job. So stupid questions, whatever. Anyway. I will say that I really enjoyed these first 3 episodes. I will also say that my only critic is that I don't think that we will ever get even close to how perfect the first 3 episodes of season 1 was, because that was like literally perfect storytelling in word building, in character introduction, and in everything, mood setting, whatever. So that's like season 1, first 3 episodes, fucking perfection in my book, forever and always. This one, and we're gonna get into the spoiler stuff soon, so I will say it's not really spoilery. I think I already can grasp a tiny problem with it, which is it feels very crowded with things. So, and given that they officially said before even it dropped that this is like the end of Y and Jinx's story, I'm a bit worried.
A little bit, maybe,
A little
little
bit.
bit.
A little bit.
But
Not too much, but a little bit.
A little bit, aye.
if people know how their story ends, hopefully that means they're going to end it well.
You'd hope so.
No. Yeah.
I don't think and again, it's not spoilers because we haven't got through it yet, but I don't think everything will be tied up in this series.
Oh, no.
Because they've already sort of suggested that we're going to get other series, just not Vi and Jinx in Arcane, right? So it's going to veer off.
Yeah. So like, that's the saving grace, I guess. Knowing that, but I'm still a tiny bit. It's not, it's so far we're going strong, but we'll see. So let's get into the spoilery fun because talking spoilers is very important and fun. So if you haven't seen Arcane season 2 first 3 episodes, stop, watch it, and then come back and watch us because we are very smart and very intelligent people.
Sometimes.
No, not
Except
really.
for
But
except for Ian.
Yeah, except for me, I'm a fucking dunce.
yeah, but we
You said
try.
it, not me.
we try to hold him up and carry him.
These guys are somehow my confidence boosters and doing a great job.
Aw,
Well, it's confidence through beating down relentlessly.
yes.
Because
And
then you rise above it and you're better for it.
See, bullying made fun.
I see the vision.
Bullying made the silver lining to bullying. It makes you better, maybe.
Maybe sometimes we don't know.
Builds character. Definitely builds character.
True.
They're gonna cancel us in like 0 seconds.
No, if they'd done that, it would have happened already.
Would.
Yeah, that's true. Let's get into spoilers. Poo. All right, so obviously these are 3 episodes, so we're not going to be able to do the good old, like, let's talk about it scene by scene. And we don't need to. We have, like, main storylines that we can just dissect and talk about. So that's what we're going to do. Do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Whatever.
get it.
It's my English is, non-existent most of the time. So anyway, let's talk about the very beginning because it sets up everything. We are right after what happened at the end of season 1. Jinx, shooting bombs and being a Jinx.
Yeah.
And
Sharknado, tornado, missile, yes.
Yeah. Basically, with the most beautiful song ever created by Sting playing in the background. I will never get tired of that song. I honestly was very surprised to find out how many people have survived the entire. I was pretty sure that Jayce and Mel's gonna survive somehow, and I was like 60% sure about Viktor because they were setting him up to do bigger things.
Yeah.
But like, so many more people have survived than I thought. So it was a bit surprising given how the whole thing was animated and how it looked that it just went right for them. Yes.
I think there is something about that though, because even Jayce made a comment saying, "How the frig did I survive this? Viktor's pummeled, and he's right next to me."
Why didn't I die?
When at the end of season 1, that shark torpedo was headed straight for the back of Mel's head.
Yes.
There's literally no way that she should have survived. There's some weird stuff going on, weird miracles going on. I think there's something bigger at foot with those 2 surviving.
Later on, there's like the rose, like thingy that like makes like disappears people and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they had a plan in it because they don't want her to die just yet because they want to blackmail her mum or some shit. Or it could just be a commentary on like how, like how she said to Jayce, it's just like, you can't really explain this stuff. It just happens.
Maybe.
And it's just, at the end of the day, luck of the draw.
I don't think this is going to be something that they're going to explain later, or if it's
Probably
going to
not.
come back, like how they survived exactly. Like the thing is not, it's not even about like Jayce and Mel surviving the whole thing, but like a lot of the others as well. Like there's 3 dead,
Yeah.
and I was like, 3? How?
Th- 3 dead, one face,
Crippled.
Well,
one face
yeah,
like disfigured,
yeah,
one crippled guy.
yeah,
That's it, though, isn't it? It's just that
and
just Mel.
Viktor,
And Viktor
Yeah, and
became
Viktor he was pretty much dead.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
and that's it.
Mel, but everyone didn't come out of this unscathed apart from Mel and Jayce without a scratch, literally without a scratch, nothing on them.
Yeah. I mean, could be something there. I'm not saying, it's not a possibility given the events that happened in these 3 episodes. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. We're gonna get an explanation of how they survived, or is it just gonna be like, well, they just
It was the Arcane. Ooh.
I mean, we can do the magic hands because it's still magic.
Yeah,
Yeah, just kind of gross, squishy magic that makes weird, gross noises.
Then we have to do it like,
oh, please don't do that.
Yeah, nah.
This is an audio podcast as well. That didn't sound good at all.
what are you talking about? I think it sounded great.
You'll get weird instant messages after this, Lily. We don't want that. Maybe you do.
You could
I'm a
charge
bit
them.
of a I'm a bit of a freak, so like,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
don't send weird Instagram messages, please. Thank you. But yeah, so that's like, Miracle is surviving. Viktor is in the hex goo.
Mhm.
Let's call it hex goo. I don't know what else to call it. And he's transforming into something else, I guess we can say, easy peasy. He's looking better than ever. Like, this series is just thirst trapping people.
I mean, I don't see it. This one, Lily.
Yeah, nah.
What?
I don't see this.
What are you talking about?
He's got like charred skin of metal, and his
Purple.
face is pretty gaunt. He
That
sort
face
of looks
is beautiful. That
He
face
sort of looks
Oh.
like an extra from Trainspotting. I'm not gonna lie.
I get it.
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you?
Just how
If that's your
dare
type,
you?
Lily, if that's your type, then
It
you
is.
go ahead.
It is.
Fair enough.
Scrawny, disfigured dudes who their face is mostly left unscathed,
Yeah.
except for like the sides.
Yeah,
And their hair.
yeah. And
Okay,
curtains, like you got Nick Carter curtains. Yeah,
That hair is beautiful, okay?
The hair is pretty good.
There you
I
go.
will I'll give you that.
There you go.
However, I agree with Ian. I do not see it whatsoever.
You don't understand.
no, we don't,
Anything.
and that's the point.
That's the point. He's beautiful. Anyway, we're gonna talk about Viktor. Well, we can talk about Viktor now. Actually, we can just grab the character by character. So Viktor becomes Arcane Jesus, I guess we can put it like that. After coming out of the hex and going on his own little journey, which we haven't seen much of. But he touches a man, and that man turns into a beautiful man.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
that's his. Stop laughing, Tom.
I mean, and
He
he's
touches a
more.
man and becomes a beautiful man.
He removes the horrible Shimmer tumor. Yeah, but whether you believe he's beautiful or not is a different matter.
What are you talking about? He has beautiful golden things that
He's
one
more
another.
beautiful than massive elephant man Shimmer.
There you go.
Right.
His magic touches plastic surgery, basically.
His magic
Yeah.
touch for exclusively man is magic is cosmetic surgery.
And that man had long hair as well. Just saying. Just putting it out there.
Oh, was
He's the same
unrelated to
guy.
like
Yes.
the same guy from the start of season
Yes,
1 where
yes,
it's like
yeah.
yeah. Thanks to Shimmer Jesus.
Yes.
But he's totally fallen out with Jayce as well because Viktor told him not to save him at some point. He's like, nah, mate, you went against my wishes. I'm out of here. I'm going to Zorn to be Shimmer
Awesome.
Jesus.
Greatest story ever told, Story Lord. No, it's not. It's awful. I beg your pardon? God damn.
I'm happy with calling him Shimmer Jesus, by the way, for the rest of the
Yeah.
like not Viktor, just Shimmer Jesus.
Shimmer Jesus.
Shimmer Jesus.
I'm happy with that too.
Sometimes Viktor.
I'm curious to see where they go with it because like if he's just gonna chill down there and like heal people of like the Shimmer infection-y stuff, that's cool. But like he also seems like he can only do it like once every so often. Because he did it with that one guy, then just kind of was like, "Bleh." I don't know. Like, is he
Maybe
just
it
gonna,
was
like,
more like an emotional journey for him as well. That's why he was crying. You're very emotional.
That's true.
I
But that's
mean-
because he saw like his partner who like, did she explode in the first season?
Well,
She,
yeah.
she was swallowed by the hex thingy bingy. That's why
Ah,
Viktor
that-
doesn't want the hex to be used anymore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
see, that's okay. So we have to talk about the tiny problems I have with this entire thing. So
Okay.
Sky, she's badly in season 1. Let's be honest. Like she's there, kinda, and that it is implied that she has a crush on Viktor. I guess like she's kind of in love with him,
Yeah.
and then they have that one scene where I think she touches him and then disappears, or touches the hex and disappears. It goes somehow like that, and it phases Viktor, obviously, because he comes to the conclusion that the hex shouldn't be used. But we never went any further than that. Like, did these two have anything going on? Or was it just like Sky thinking that Viktor is great? Or like, and suddenly she becomes the main focus of Viktor's arc. When did she become so important? Just because she went poof?
Yeah, he feels guilty, and he did like her, just maybe not as much as she liked him. He was about
But
to,
I don't think that's clear.
but he was about to commit suicide in the first series before Jay stopped him.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's already like established that he feels fucking well guilty about this girl dying,
I
and
don't know.
it's one of the reasons that he wants to get rid of the hex core.
Yeah, but I understand that part. But now I just, the whole like she's basically the whole guiding light for him is
Yeah.
like he's hearing her voice as he goes along and whatnot. I was a bit like, what?
I didn't read that as his conscience, though. I read that as part of the thing that's absorbed into his body. Like, because
Which
she got
then-
absorbed into the thing as well.
Is it actually her that he's seen, or is it like another like a whole like haha psych, and it's actually evil, and by him healing things is making him like their hex more powerful, which then could like take over its body or something. And maybe like it's just trying to use like a friendly face, which is why in such a emotional state.
I like that much better.
Like it
Yeah.
could be like he's so grief-stricken with the fact that like his research killed someone.
Yeah.
Because that's a big thing. Like he only wants to help and like make people better, which is why he would try to commit suicide. So it's like, hey, this is the person that through your research you killed, regardless of whatever. And then he just feels so guilty about that. And then the hex is manipulating those feelings in order to try and be all evil and shit.
From my point of view, that it
Yes.
wants more Shimmer, because it reacted very well with Shimmer when it was in Victor's body the first time, right? So now it's trying to lead it to more Shimmer so it can react very well with the Shimmer in other people's bodies. I think there's this trope with healers in TV shows where they take a healer and they take on characteristics of the people who they heal, right? So I don't know, you get someone with a tumor, and then you end up getting a small tumor in your head because you've taken on that. That's I think there was an X-Files episode like that. What if that's about to happen to Viktor, where he starts becoming a fucking beastie Shimmer monster because it's
No.
And Jayce has to put him down.
No.
maybe
No, I hate that. Stop it. Stop it right now.
Shimmer Jesus be
No,
healing.
no. I need that beautiful boy in my
Okay.
life.
Okay, we'll leave it
just
there
stop.
for now. Hopefully,
Well,
I'm wrong.
Alternative idea, same track, alternative idea. The core gets enough Shimmer from other people that it can split from Viktor and then become its own thing. So Viktor would die because he's been kept alive by it, but he isn't killed by.
It's not.
No.
That's not desirable
No.
to Lily either. She wants
No.
the frail boy.
Never, not in a million years. Absolutely not. No way, Jose. No chance, Lance. And yet, negatory.
Yeah, I want my boy, my Shimmer
You want
Jesus.
you want him to be alive so you can fix him.
Yes, but also I think I think it's pretty safe to say that we're gonna time jump again between the three episodes, and I think instead he's gonna become some kind of a symbol in the madness that it's ensuing. So he's gonna become like literally like a Shimmer Jesus to people. So he's gonna become some kind of savior. Sure, he can change, like he can turn evil. I can see that happening, or this whole thing just changing his mind and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. He can be ugly. I can't take that.
Okay.
I will kill everyone if that happens.
Well, you'll kill everyone, then yourself.
Yes.
I'm glad none of us really know anything about League of Legends.
Yes. Oh yeah, we forgot to say that, but like this is like three people talking about Arcane who've never played League of Legends or know anything about it, basically. I know that Riot Games is like, that's all I know. I read all about that and I was like, yeah, nope, you're not gonna get my money.
I know nothing. I know nothing. No. Nothing. No, forget that.
Or anything.
I think I watched a friend play it once, and then I know about KDA, and that's about it.
That's yeah. I know that I have a ton of friends who like the game, and that's it. That's all I know.
Nothing.
But this is why Arcane works so well, because you do not need to know the games in order to enjoy this show. Obviously, if you know the game, you are already like yelling at us in the comments or in the live chat, like, I know this and that, you idiots, Shimmer Jesus would say beautiful. Thank you. But we don't know, and that's great. That's blissful.
I like no.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
All right. So that's Shimmer Jesus's road to redemption. And then let's talk about the main characters. Let's talk about why before anyone else comes up, meaning Jinx or Kate. So our boxing girl. I don't have a better name for her because what do we think? Where does this road lead her in the future? Obviously, a small like recap. She is now seemingly accepting that Powder is no more. It is Jinx. And it's not her sister anymore. And despite her being like very on the fence of joining the people who have killed her parents, she does end up joining for Caitlyn mostly. Let's be fair. And they go after Jinx, and then she can do it because of a kid. But I think she was very close to kill her own sister. So what did we think about this whole storyline she got in these first 3 episodes? Let's start with Thomas.
I'm interested to see how it goes, because she was, throughout these 3 episodes, she was definitely less of a focus compared to how she was in season 1. But I think that's because there was just so many other storylines to juggle. I liked how she was a bit of a drunken bum at the start of the season, just like chilling, like, hey, so like I kind of fucked up, but like, why? When she met with the young like enforcer girl, I was like, oh wow, I'm so excited, I'm so chipper. I'm like, oh, she's gonna
die.
Like, yeah, I was like, she's gonna die, and that's gonna guilt Vi into like doing it. But she's not dead yet.
No.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how she goes. I do think she was gonna kill Jinx as well. I think she was in that mindset of just like, all right, let's go. But I liked how when the kid was there, it still showed that Vi is still Vi and hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'm not going to... It's a kid, maybe a dick of a kid, but it's still a kid, where Caitlyn was like, all right, I'm just going to like blast, and if I hit the kid, up it days. So I like how Vi has sort of remained like a moral center out of all these characters. Especially because she said like everyone in her life has changed. And she doesn't want like Caitlyn to change because, Powder changed to Snow. Snow. Jinx.
What Powder State changed to Snow?
I corrected myself. Shut
That's
up.
fine. That's great.
But no, so I like how that's basically her role in the story. Like she's sort of like watching everything change so fast, and she's just trying to deal with it. And I'm interested to see, yeah, how it goes further.
I think it's really interesting that the first it's the first time that anyone has seen her as like a paragon of hope, and she's been like lured into that. You know, the young enforcer girl who like tells her the story that Caitlyn has been bigging her up, saying that she's like the Piltover's only hope to take down Silco and all the Chem Barons, because she went down there on her own anyway and beat the shit out of everybody. All her life she's been the bad guy, really. She's been in prison for all that time. Everyone's told her she's a piece of shit. Even her sister tells her she's a piece of shit all the time. And I think she was just won over by the thought that she could actually be a beacon of hope. And that I think that was pretty interesting. Obviously, she's just a hard as nails person. Like she beats the shit out of everyone. Never mind if she's got the gauntlets or not, she will try and beat the shit out of everybody. Vi is probably my favorite character in this show.
I don't even know what I have to add anything, to be honest. Like, I think the ending in the third episode for her was very sad and also interesting to see. Like, I also, the only thing I will add that I think that that little kid that jumps in between her and Jinx reminded her of Powder, obviously, and reminded her that, well, I can say that, yes, this is Jinx now, but also she was once my little sister. So I think it was that kind of emotional connection that also made her go and say, like, no, this is not right, and we shouldn't do it like this. And yeah, it will be very interesting to see, like, what's gonna happen to her. I once again think that we're gonna have another time jump in the next 3 episodes. So yeah, will be interesting to see where she's gonna end up, or what she's gonna do about this whole situation, because currently she's it's very much she feels like that it's all her responsibility to take care of her sister. She's not my favorite character, although I very much love her. But we're gonna talk about my favorite character now.
It's not Shimmer Jesus?
I love Shimmer Jesus, but for different reasons.
Yeah, of course.
Duh.
Fucking horn dog.
I am, yeah. I'm not even gonna...
Every new show, you find someone to go, oh, I'd like you in my bed, mate.
I'm sorry. I get it all along.
No, yeah, look, because everyone, we all thought that could have been Rio, but you don't like Aubrey Plaza.
Okay, 9 times out of 10, you watch a show like, I want to fuck that guy.
I'm just building a church of,
very guys you want to fuck.
Yes, and also very hot, sad boys who need help and a hug, and they can get it from me. That's the main point.
We got that.
Like, just the. No, I'm not going to continue down that train of thought. I'm not going to continue down that train of thought.
Go on.
No. I don't want to scar myself.
Are we going on to Jinx?
No.
Are we going on to Jinx?
Yes, we are going on to Jinx.
Go on to Jinx. Come on.
Yeah, because I love Jinx. Jinx is precious to me. Mostly because I love very fucked up characters, and she is very fucked up, and I love that. So yes, Jinx feels lost after all that happened and all that went down, and obviously she feels like that she needs to get rid of the people who've been influencing her. Let's put it that way. So yeah, her story arc is once again she has the least screen time, which I mind, but also don't mind, because I think that's what makes her interesting, that we don't see all of her thinking and all of her moves and whatever goes into her head. So therefore, whenever she shows up and does something crazy, you're just as surprised as the character that it happens to. So well done. That's how you do it. But also, I want more Jinx. It's very confusing to live in this state.
I think she had around the same screen time in these three episodes as Vi.
She wasn't even in the first episode at all.
Yeah, but then Vi was barely in the second episode, and
Mhm.
Jinx was in the second episode a bit more. Like not exact, but I think
Yeah, I would argue that she had less screen time in
Yeah.
the first season, and I think she's gonna have less screen time here as well. Which again, not a problem, but also a problem. Very confusing. I'm very conflicted by this. So yeah, so let's talk about Jinx, who's like trying to basically kill everyone who connect her to Powder. I think we can put it that way, or her past life. And obviously Silco is.
Woo! You know you did.
So now it's just fine. It's just why they left.
Do you think that's happening? Do you think that's their motivations? Like, I don't know if I agree that she's just trying to get rid of her past influences.
I think it's heavily implied. I would
don't
argue
know. I
that
think
it
she
is
was just
implied.
in mourning. She didn't want to talk to anybody until the Ken Barons came after her. She's fighting for survival again.
I'll say I don't think Jinx knows what Jinx wants. Because if it was just to kill Vi, she had quite a few opportunities to just do so, but she didn't. Yes, they had that big fight in episode 3, which was pretty good. Really pretty. But when they went to go find her in their old like arcade workshopy spot, Jinx cried and was like still torn up about it. Whether that after that she was like, all right, she told people I'm gonna just get rid of Vi. But I think until something bigger happens between the two of them, I think Jinx is just sort of kind of going from moment to moment and like thinking, yeah, let's do this next, let's do this next. I don't think Jinx knows what Jinx wants.
I don't think she would have killed any of the Ken Barons if they didn't come after her.
Well, yeah, I think that's obvious.
And she didn't try and get away from Savika. She built Savika a fucking well cool new arm. And a bit random though. Like
Very random.
If you're Savika, you're running a risk every time you go into battle that something's bad's gonna happen to that arm.
I did like Jinx's reaction. I did like her reactions to everything. It's just like she does the thing and then something random and Jinx goes, like fireworks go off. She goes, nice. That was fun. I enjoyed that bit.
Most of her motivations have come from, well, obviously she's a bit crazy, but
a bit.
She's a little bit crazy, you know.
She's batshit.
And a little bit crazy. But coming from the idea that Vi has chosen someone else over her, and just abandoned her again and again and again, and now Vi's coming after her. She has to survive, but also I still don't think either of them want to kill each other, but they will if they have to survive.
I don't agree.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
I think it's pretty clear. I think it's like Vi is definitely at the point where she's like, nah, like I had enough. This is my fault. I fucked it up, so I have to take care of it. So she's ready. She's ready. If it weren't for the kid, I think Jinx would have been a goner at that point. Okay, I agree on the point where, yes, the thought of like, I have to get rid of my past comes to her after she gets attacked and the whole scene happens where, she realizes that her own sister is after her and has those awful visions that she always got before something major has happened. But she does say, like, I looks like I have to get rid of, my past here. So that's like, in that moment, she knows that that's what she needs to do if she wants to have her own peace, I guess. That's how I saw it, at least.
Yeah. But also, on that, when they did have the fight, and like, Jinx was pretty much like, yep, all right, if it's you, that's fine. when the robot arm lady, I forgot her name. Vika. When she like was pressing the button to explode the door and everything, Jinx goes, "It's not supposed to go this way."
No, 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 this isn't how it's supposed to.
So was Jinx always like, while she's saying I'm gonna kill my past, was she hoping to be killed?
I think so.
So like, she had like the bomb and stuff, and maybe it's like, Vi kills her, she kills everyone else, and then it's just sort of like, okay, we're all deadsies.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see. Like, I think this is also something that we can find out later on as the show will go on. But yeah, I still love Jinx. Jinx is great.
It's Ella Purnell, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I'm so upset that I didn't get to meet her. I can't even tell her. So yes, I think Jinx is still like, everyone is fucking amazingly animated, but there's something so special about Jinx and the way her facial expressions and everything is animated that it's just, it always does wonders to my brain. I'm always like, it's good stuff.
It's the scratchy VHS type stuff as well that's like really adds to it.
Yeah, and I really, really enjoy her.
It's like the movements as well. She's a lot more like aggressive when she just like throws herself around. And I think like the lankier frame like sort of like exaggerates it. And I think that's where like she just stands out so much from everyone else.
Oh yeah, 100%. All right, then let's talk about the vocal point of this first 3 episodes, because I think it's very clear to see that she is in the middle of it. It's Caitlyn. It's Caitlyn, lovely little Caitlyn, who was like I don't think anyone really expected much from her based on season 1, and now she's going full Hitler basically. No, she's definitely getting there.
Going a little bit far with calling her Hitler in the moment. It's just a little bit far.
I wouldn't say she is full blown yet.
She's getting there.
It depends how much.
I'm going to call her Mama Madara, because I don't know her first name. Mama Madara, we're going to go with.
Okay.
So Mama Madara, it depends how much she radicalizes Caitlyn with like the whole like, you gotta those scum, and if she ends up calling entirety of the underworld like scum, and like we gotta like purge them, that's when you go, okay, thank you, Hitler 2.0.
Yeah. But right now she's not quite Hitler,
Yeah, but I do see like the inkling.
She's getting there.
Especially because with Vi, she's like, I was trying to think you were different, but you're just like them.
Yeah.
And them was very much derogatory.
Very much.
So yeah, I think I'm assuming, because I agree, there's probably gonna be like a time jump. If it starts episode 4 and she's storming through the fucking streets, going like the hand thing, it's like okay,
and she has a cape.
Yeah, it's like calm down, you little fascist.
Oh, I think it's very much like I really, really liked how they built up her anger getting worse and worse with the events that we witnessed in these 3 episodes. Like, obviously, it starts off with she had the shot because she didn't take it, her mother died, and then from that anger it goes to why being stubborn and not accepting her offer, and then it's just builds and builds and builds, and then I think it's the perfect kick at the end where Vi is like wouldn't let her take the shot because of the kid to kill Jinx, and that again, that line that you mentioned as well, Tom, where she's like, you just like done, like we lost Caitlyn. That's I think that very nice girl who was and very like, I think we could say that she was more optimistic than maybe anyone else, or more like a pure character. Let's put it that way in season 1. Yeah, no, not anymore. She's going down on the road of like, yes, we're better. We're like, it's already, the ideas are already there.
I will admit, when I watched these episodes, I felt like her development like I initially was like, oh, this is a bit rushed in it. But then I realized if I had watched season 1 this week as a recap beforehand, like the smart person Ian did, I probably it would have felt like more natural, which I think that's just because I haven't watched season 1 in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Because I think the best way to probably view this season 2 is really just like a part 2. Because it's just a massive continuation. So
It is.
yeah, that was one of my things. I was like, but then like upon reflection, it's like, no, that's just me being an idiot for not, you know.
No, don't get me wrong, Tom. Caitlyn's character turn is a hard right turn. Like she's been sympathetic to the people of Zorn for the whole first series.
Season, yeah.
Yeah, she's been trying to advocate for peace. They were just trying to get in and stop Silco for the whole first season. It's the trigger point of her mum dying that has spiraled, and then her instantaneous getting more power from the thing that her mum gave her, which was the key to all the ventilation systems for the horrible chemical gases. She's got so much power over so much shorter time whilst she's in mourning. It's too much for her. I don't think she's irredeemable. Like I just don't think she's irredeemable. I think Vi somehow this season has become the voice of reason when she's been the unreasonable one for the first season, and I think she will get over to Caitlyn in the end. I just don't. I don't buy it. I don't buy that Caitlyn is going to be the bad guy in this.
And then the next episode is gonna start with Caitlyn just going around, just being like, and just kill that.
Full on like euthanization of an entire
just
straight. It's like, oh, Jinx might be here, blow it all up, kill them all. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Fuck them.
And like she's like having rallies like, Zorn is the enemy. They're taking your germs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, they're going full in. I think they're going full in, and it works. I think it works really well because Game of Thrones, where it just didn't make any sense to Dany to turn like that. Here it's actually like, you know, it's this is how you do it. That's where I'm trying to get at. Like, if you want to build up a full-on tyrant story, this is how you start. And again, by the end of this first 3 episodes, she's not fully a tyrant, but I think we're gonna get there with her. And yes, maybe we're gonna get like a redemption moment at the end. But honestly, if we might as well do predictions. My prediction is that Caitlyn is a goner by the end of this. She's like done.
I don't know if she'd be a goner, but I do think for the next 5 episodes out of the 6, she is just going to go progressively further to
yeah, I agree.
And then like I think episode 6 is like, however that pans out, is either there's the redemption thing and feeling like, oh, I went too far, or there's like the death via Jinx or someone because she got too power hungry, and then Vi is like, oh my god. Yeah. Another part of me is like, would they actually kill any of the named characters off?
Yes.
Because of the game. Like,
I don't like what I gathered after season 1 is that name-wise and look-wise, yes, a lot of them are like very similar, but like they're getting new stories. Like Silco didn't even exist in the game ever, so you know, I don't really think that it matters that much. Of like if they're still like they can kill them off here and then they can still exist in the game because it's not that connected. So I don't know. Obviously, again, we don't know because we don't play the games. But I think Caitlyn might be one of the more interesting cases by the end of like how they're gonna handle her. But I think she's going down the road where she cannot come back from. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I don't agree. Well, end of episode 6 that she'll have completed her. She'll start her redemption arc. Yeah.
So the next 3 episodes.
There's no redemption from this.
She hasn't fucking done anything yet.
But she will. She will.
Redemption from doing nothing.
I will. I am going to laugh if the start of episode 4 is the gas in the streets, just walking down, just blasting doors, and it's just
Yeah, oh my God.
that's just
It's
pretty
martial
pretty
law,
evil.
man. And it's not going to be. She's very influenced by Mama Madada at the moment. So I don't.
Is she though?
Yeah.
She
But then
literally
again-
just got like, they haven't even interacted just yet.
But here's the I think that could happen. Like it could be like Mother is like, all right, stoking the flames, but then it's the thing like where it's like, oh, you're making me this crazy, and because you're here, but I'm up here now, so you
Yeah.
die, and then I go off into like the sunset of being evil, Evil face.
We'll see.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. We'll see. We'll see. But I think Tom and I are right. But anyway. Anyway, I think the other storyline that we need to highlight, and then we can get into like, talking about things that we enjoyed in these first 3 episodes. It's Jayce and Ekko, how their story is going to intertwine, or already intertwining basically, from now on, and the whole hex magic
Hextech.
thing, Hextech thing going on, because there's something weird happening with the Hexy.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it too.
Because I always like when it's like technology, like, oh, it's all just mystical magic, but then it's just like gross, squishy stuff, and you're like, oh, is it a living thing? Is it how are they doing it? Is it gonna like blow up in their face?
And it's very strange. It's very strange. Obviously, it affects the underground as well, with the tree being affected, Ekko's tree, let's just call it that, being affected by it, and that's how their story interconnects. Basically, Jayce became a bit of a badass. Thankfully, he's not that like pretty boy that was in season 1, and that was
He's a little
all-
bitch.
Yeah, just a little bitch. He's fighting, he's building stuff, he's like a full on. He basically left this whole counselor thing behind, and realized that he needs to, be fully aware of like what's happening with the tech that he created with Viktor, and we get the revelation of like. Something weird is happening with Hexy-techy. I don't know how else to call it.
Hexy-techy.
Hextech.
It's just gonna be that from now on, Hexy-techy. And what a beautiful scene, by the way. But yeah, what are we thinking? What's happening here?
Quickly, just before we get on to the
Yes.
theories about that, I just want to say how welcome it was after such heavy episodes, the scene where Heimerdinger is trying to
Sneaking.
sneak into
That's-
the facility.
Yeah, that
And
was
he's
so
been-
funny.
It was like heavy stuff. Heimerdinger going like, and Ekko like, you need to tell me what these signs mean before you use them, you idiot.
Code words don't mean anything without talking about it first.
The brambleback has left the jungle.
You do realize code phrases don't work when you make them up on the spot.
He's so right about
So
that.
great.
So good. What a fun scene. Yes, I agree.
I don't really have much like in terms of like besides before I say like I really enjoyed it. I'm hoping that the core thingy like mutates becomes like an eldritch horror sort of like giant monster, like magic abomination. Because like a way to make a show finale better is to have a massive eldritch monster that's
Yeah.
just like because of their own hubris. I love that shit.
Yeah.
It's banger. I'm curious to see that could lead into maybe how Caitlyn bites it, or maybe leads into Shimmer Jesus or something. I don't know. Ian's just like, fucking Caitlyn's not dead. Not gonna die.
Fuck you, man. Caitlyn's not dying.
I'm really curious with the world building they're doing, and yeah, I mean that's probably like the thing I'm most excited to learn more about is like how there must be all this futuristic stuff, but like at the base of it, it's just this gross, icky ball thing that is gonna fuck everything up.
Yeah, I like the idea behind it. Like, if you're gonna take magic and use magic, but magic can be unpredictable and it can, instead of something great, it can turn into something ugly and horrible. Basically, that's what they're saying. And it looks like that it's starting to happen, and it's starting to affect everything that Jayce and Viktor built, because they overdid it. Basically, so that's I think that's a great idea. It's once again a great example of how we rush into things without even doing proper research and studying it, because it definitely feels like that. Like, they got this big power, they thought that they can harvest it. They didn't even think about what are the consequences if shit doesn't go well. And now we're getting that. We're getting, literally gonna get, I think, the consequences of all this. Sudden, we went from 0 to 100 very quickly. We evolved a lot, and we used something that we don't even understand at the end of the day. And I think it's gonna be, because that's what I mentioned at the beginning, is that it feels a bit crowded in this first 3 episodes. I think this is gonna be something that won't be resolved in this second season, and I think it's going to be its own storyline later on, or at least I hope so, because I don't think these episodes are going to be enough to tie this down, for example, and it definitely feels like something that's going to outgrow this series and do its own thing, but who knows. I think these are the main takeaways from the first 3 episodes.
We got to do the very last scene in every episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
It's Singed, isn't it? The scientist with the.
It is, and I think it's the what was the guy's name who took in Jinx and Vi and everyone? The one who died. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Vander.
It's a wolf.
Yeah, and I think he's merging it with Vander.
That would be interesting and scary at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's what's happening.
You think Jinx and Vi are going to come together to settle their demons with their father together?
No.
And live happily ever after?
No. Fuck that.
If that's how they go, then they all die together.
Yeah, they will all die.
With Caitlyn.
Yeah, Caitlyn is dead.
You shut your filthy mouth!
Besides those end scenes of each episode,
Yes.
What about the big twist that the mama kind of caused everything in these past 3 episodes?
I wasn't even surprised.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
Yeah, no, I wasn't surprised either. Like, I'm like, okay, it checks out, but I'm still intrigued to see how what's her end game? Does she just want to make it into a Hitler 2.0? Does she want to escape something? What's her deal?
Her end game is that she wants a testing ground for fancy new weapons so she can steal them and use them against her enemies.
Which are the Rose people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
She's been angling for the whole time. And in the first season, she wanted Mel to sanction the testing of new weapons. She didn't. Then now she's seizing her opportunity.
But I wasn't surprised when it was revealed that, it was all her. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought the crazed war maniac wanted to start a war?
Yeah, exactly. But okay, let's before we rate the 3 episodes, anything else you guys want to mention or talk about a little bit more?
I just want to point out that we got more of a bomb chicka wow wow in this than we did in Ekko all along.
Where Vi and Caitlyn kissed in the same.
Oh.
Yeah, bomb chicka wow wow, the sex thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I got confused a little bit at first. I was like, what? What are you talking about? They got close to.
Surely they've already done it though as well. Surely.
How would they? No, they didn't do it just yet.
I don't know if they've had time.
No.
Maybe they had grief sex. I don't know. No?
And I'm the fucked up one? What the fuck? Grief's ex, what the hell?
No.
Solace. It's called Solace, right?
It's weird here. Anyway.
You created this environment for the weirdness.
Yeah, I
with
did.
your church of people can come in to fuck me.
I don't know what you're implying. Never said that.
You said it literally like 30 minutes ago.
I did not say anything like that. I'm not thinking, I'm trying to.
I was gonna say, you having a stroke there? Can you smell burnt toast?
So I think we're gonna get into episode ratings. So transition, magic hand, money hand. We're gonna talk episode rating. Don't pray for whoever you want to pray to yet. You wanted this weirdness, you got it. There you go.
Don't know what I want anymore.
You're just like Jinx. You don't know what you want.
Exactly. So yeah, let's rate these first 3 episodes all together. I think there's no need to like go separate one by one. So all together, these first 3 episodes, how would you rate it?
Just going with these 3, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10 because there wasn't much that I disliked. It was really, really pretty. Fights were cool. The storyline has me intrigued. Yeah, overall, really want to learn more about like all the mysteries and stuff they set up. And yeah, I quite enjoyed it. So yeah, 9.
Same. 9. Really enjoyed it. Really pretty animations. The little scenes where they do different styles of animations, like the grief walking from Caitlyn, just like the Ekko one from last season with the swinging of the metronome stopwatch. Yeah, but I love those ones. They're just like really welcome. They always come with banger music. Yeah, the story's got me hooked. I want to know what's happening. Caitlyn's not gonna die.
Keep telling yourself that.
Even if he does, I think it's going to serve the story well because that's what they seem to be doing. They seem to be serving the story of their characters pretty damn well. And then, yeah, I just want to see where it goes.
9. Yeah, I agree. There was nothing really that I like disliked. There are like more like a few like questions of how are we going to deal with all this at the end? But I guess the answer is that we pretty much won't. Yeah, we have to keep watching whatever Arcane will come up next after this one is finished. But yeah, interesting premise on everything, I would say. Like, there's nothing where I go like, oh, I don't care about this, which is very important, especially when you have multiple storylines. But yeah, it will be exciting to see where they go. I think the time jump for the next 3 is pretty much a given in my book.
How long?
I don't think they're gonna do like a big one.
I think little as 6 months, max a year.
Yeah, I would say a max a year. I don't think they're gonna do like 5-year time jump. That would be a bit of a stretch. But
there's no way that they have martial law in for 5 years.
Oh no.
There seems to be some deadlines going on, especially with Mama Madada.
Yeah. I would say maximum a year, or 6 months. Yeah. But yeah, definitely time jump. And very, again, the music, because we haven't mentioned that yet, the music is once again fantastic. I was a tiny bit disappointed that we didn't get Linkin Park's Heavy is the Crown at the end of the first episode, but we got like a rendition of it. Because I was very much looking forward to hearing that, but maybe it's gonna come back at the end or something. Other than that, beautiful animation, characters are still very intriguing and interesting, and it will be very interesting to see where it all leads at the end. That we're gonna be here talking about it. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Is it the best part?
Of course it is. What are you talking about?
Are you saying you don't like spending time with us, Ian?
No,
Yeah.
I love spending time with you. I just don't expect you to spending time with me.
Oh, don't be such a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
One eternity later.
Does that answer? Does that alleviate your fears?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Anyway, we're going to be back next week. What a surprise, because the next 3 episodes are dropping next Saturday. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to be just as funny about it. So yeah, we're going to be here. Hopefully you guys are going to come back and listen to us or watch us or whatever you prefer. This was fun. Until next time, you can check out couchsoup.com, where you can read our articles, or you can subscribe to this YouTube channel and watch other stuff that we did. We just recently did Agatha All Along, week by week. You can go back and check that. And yeah, subscribe, leave a comment, like, and all that. Rate us on Spotify, because that helps the podcast, and all that fun stuff. This was us, Ian, Tom, and me, Lily Kay, talking about Arcane Season 2, the first 3 episodes. Bye!
Bye!
This was us, Ian, Tom, and me, Lily Kay, talking about Arcane Season 2, the first 3 episodes, and I have a dark joke for the end.
Go for it.
So I've been tickling my little brother's feet, and my mother kept repeating, "Stop, I told you it comes out in a week."
Okay, like I get it, but like, how does it
How does it relate to this show?
It doesn't. I just needed to tell that joke. I'll be back next week.